Oke, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
All right, first of all, I want to say thank you so much. Thank you to Mr. Ivan. We truly grateful for having you with us. For your information, we are here to fulfill our college assignment, which is digital literacy's task. So we have several questions that you should to answer. It's about digital tools that you apply in your classroom, especially since you become an English teacher. But before we start our interview for today, I will introduce our group. So we are group 6. Start from me. My name is Nayla Protolaini. And also,
Saya Hasan Adabi.
and then there are Siti Nada and Sarla Azalia. Okay, so we want to know, maybe may I have your name, Mister, your background or anything?
Okay. First of all, hello everyone. My name is Muhammad Ivan Fauzi. You can call me Mr. Ivan, and I teach English in senior high school in SMA PGRI Cicalengka, and I live in Bandung. And FYI, I really love English. That's why I become a teacher right now.
Okay, that's great introduction, I think. Okay, so Mister, we have 10 questions that,
Okay.
like I mentioned before, it's about digital tools. Maybe we start from the first question. The first question is, as an English teacher, have you ever taught English using digital tools? If yes, what digital tools have you used?
Okay. I've been teaching for around 2 years. So from the beginning, I've used several apps such as Kahoot, Wayground, Booklet, Google Classroom, and Zoom, and many more. But most apps are those I mentioned before that I used during my teaching.
Alright, that's great. Okay, we next to the second question. All right. So, what digital tools do you do you use most frequently in your teaching?
Okay, usually in my teaching, I often use Wayground. It's formerly Quizzes, but now it's renamed into Wayground, and sometimes I also use Kahoot. But most of the times I use Wayground or Quizzes. It's like that.
Okay. It's so interesting. So the next question is number 3. How do these digital tools help enhance students' listening, speaking, reading, or writing skills?
Okay, based on my experience, when students use these apps, yeah, especially the apps that needs them to sing to be the number one, yeah, in the leaderboard. I think because most of the questions in the apps are text. Yeah, this is based on my experience, yeah, because I rarely put audio or image when I use apps. So I think their reading skill is increasing. Reading, yeah, because I put many texts in the teaching apps. So I think for me, yeah, their reading skill is increasing. But I don't know about the other skill because as I said before, I rarely put audio or images, but I often put text. So yeah, their reading skill is increasing when I use the apps.
Okay, so reading skills, right? Okay. Next, number 4. So, in your opinion, which language skill benefits the most from using digital tools and why?
Okay, I think I already mentioned it before, reading for me, but if I used it for other skills, yeah, I think uh, listening skill listening skill will be the most beneficial skill that students will increase because I think when students use apps, yeah, when we put audio in the app, student need to listen to it, right? So as they listen over time, they will they will they will listen to it every time, right? So they will know the words they don't know before, right? They will tend to the words that they rarely listen every day. Okay, when we use the apps and we use it for listening. That's why I think uh, the skill that will be the most increasing is listening skill.
Okay, listening skills is the most interesting for you. Yeah. Okay, so the 5th question is, what benefits do you experience when using digital tools in English language teaching?
In English language teaching, yeah. The first one, of course, students like to use apps, so they tend to be happier when I use apps because students right now they don't want to read much on the whiteboard or blackboard. Yeah, that's why I often use apps. Okay, and also, what was the question before? Sorry, could you repeat again the question?
All right, what benefits do you experience when using
Okay.
digital tools in English language?
The first one is they tend to be happier, and also they also tend to be more focused because when they do things they like, they will focus on it. That's why I often use quizzes. Yeah. For example, when I teach discussion text on quizzes or Wayground, because the students want to be the number one in the leaderboard, they really focus on the text. It is really different when I teach it using only whiteboard. They tend to be sleepy. They they weren't focused. So I think yeah, the first one is they to be happier, and second one focus, and the third one because of the things I mentioned before, their score also gets better. Yeah, so those are the benefits of digital apps, I think.
Okay, that's really great. Is that okay? So the next question will be held by my partner Tim. For Asan, time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Naila, for the time. Okay, I will ask the next question is what challenges or obstacles do you usually encounter when implementing digital tools in the classroom?
Okay, I often hear, Mister nggak ada kuota, nggak ada kuota. Every time I try to use digital apps, yeah, but In my school, there's no free Wi-Fi. That's why we rely on students' quota. That is the most challenging thing I always face when I want to use digital apps. That's it.
Okay, thank you. And for the next question is how do the students respond? And what is their level of engagement when digital tools are used during learning activities?
Okay, during learning activities, they are the most happy, of course, because they don't need to use books. They don't need to read much. Uh, that's why I use digital apps every time. They are the most happy when they use digital apps, and they tend to be more, I think, good engagement with me. They listen more, and yeah, they are happier in the class when I use digital apps.
Okay, and what types of activities or teaching methods do you find most effective when combined with digital tools?
Okay, teaching method. When we talk about teaching method, I think, in my opinion, the student-centered teaching method is the most method that suits the most with digital apps, because when this is based on my experience, yeah, when I use digital apps, when I put questions in the digital apps, I don't need to ask them to give instruction to how to solve it, how to search the question. They can search by themselves, because they also can reach out Google or something like that. So I think the student-centered method is the best way to put alongside digital apps.
Okay, the ninth question. In your view, what support or training is needed to improve teachers' digital literacy?
Okay. I think teachers need training how to use digital apps, because actually digital apps can be accessed really easily, but I have to admit most of the teachers don't want to learn about using digital apps. Digital apps has so many benefits for teachers especially, and also for students, but most of the teacher don't want to know more about how to use it. Some of them even tend to be lazy to search by themselves. So I think we need to facilitate teacher with trainings and give them, I think, books or module how to use the digital apps.
Okay, and for the last question, what suggestions do you have for improving digital tools or the school system to optimize their use in English language teaching?
Okay, I think this is also based on my experience. The government needs to facilitate every school with free access of internet, and also right now most of the schools in, I think, in Indonesia has also used it. They use smart TV. Yeah, so students don't need to access their phones to use digital apps, but it is only in a few schools. Yeah, not all schools. Yeah, I think government needs to give the digital TV to all schools. Second, government need to give free access of internet to all schools. So if all school has those two things, I think the use of the digital apps will will be better and digital apps will be used every time.
Okay, that's interesting. Thank you for the question, the answer. That's all of the question. Okay, Naila.
All right, thank you, Ahsan. Okay, Mister, that's all our question. Once again, we would like
Okay.
to say thank you so much for your time and for sharing your experience during apply or use digital tools as an English teacher. And thank you for your help with our digital literacy assignment. Once again, thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you for helping us, Mr. Okay, but before we end our online meeting for today, maybe we have documentation.
Okay. That's all right.
All right. Okay. We'll count 1, 2, 3. Okay, once again. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Okay.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.